Hi everybody, Levi Clay here, and I'm back again to talk to you about some V-picks. Now, last month I was talking to you about pick thickness. This month I'm going to be talking to you about pick size. So when it comes to thickness of picks, I think this is very important. It has a huge difference on the feel of a pick, but also the sound of the pick. So I looked at the standard thickness, which is 2.75mm. I looked at the light, which is 1.5mm. I looked at the ultralight, which is 0.8mm. And I believe I looked at the Tradition 4, which is the 4mm pick. I'm a big fan of V-picks, 4mm picks as well. I like the Dimension Junior. That's one of my favorite picks. Anyway, I'm getting carried away. This month, as I say, we're going to be looking at pick size. So what do I mean by size? Well, if I hold up in this hand a small light, let's get that the right way around. This is a small light. Next to it, I'm going to hold up a freakishly large. Now, that's not a perspective thing. These picks are right next to each other. They are very different in terms of their size. Now, in my experimentation, I found that pick size doesn't have a dramatic difference in tone. In fact, not really a noticeable difference in tone. I feel that pick size has more of an impact on comfort. So using a smaller pick, if that's what you're comfortable with, is fine. If you pick up a much larger pick like this freakishly large, it will feel very strange in your hands. I kind of understand what the very large picks are for, and you know how they work in the hand, but ultimately they're not for me. So I have 4 different sizes here, and that's really the thing with V-picks. When you're looking at the V-picks line, they have like 100 picks. I'm not exaggerating, like literally 100 picks. And it can be very daunting, you know, trying to work out what pick should I try out. Really, these are the things that you need to consider. You need to work out how thick a pick you like, and you need to work out how big a pick you like. And then from there, you can kind of narrow it down by what style of shape of pick you like, and then you're probably going to find something that is, you know, really to your needs and to your tastes. So I have 4 picks here, and as you can see, if I hold them up to the camera, they get progressively smaller. So we have the small light, ta-da! We have the medium light, ta-da, which is a little bit bigger. We have the large light, ta-da! And we have the freakishly large. Ta-da! Now, really, I should, you know, compare these side to side. In fact, I'll probably put a picture up on screen with their measurements so you can really get a feel for these. But, yeah, what you need to ask yourself is, what pick are you currently using? What pick size are you into? If you are a Jazz 3 user, what you probably know is that Dunlop make the Jazz 3, and they also make a Jazz 3 XL. Because for some guys, myself included, I always found the Jazz 3 to be a little bit too small. If you are into the Jazz 3 though, I think that the small light is of similar size. It's probably a tiny bit bigger. It's a middle ground between the Jazz 3 and the Jazz 3 XL. I really do feel that this pick could be a Jazz 3 killer. If you're a Jazz 3 fan, check out the small light. They are great. This is in emerald, but you know, you can get them in different colours. It has a nice sharp edge on it, and what I'm a fan of when I hold my pick is having very little of the pick actually sticking out. So I have a lot of control and you know, detail over the way I'm picking that string. So you know, tiny amount of that pick is actually showing through, and it comes up to the first knuckle on my index finger, which means I can do this if I need to. I can dig in if I need to. Honestly, I feel I have a lot of control with a pick this kind of size. As you start moving up, similar thing with the medium, small amount of pick showing. That's a bit bigger in the hands, and this is the pick, funnily enough, that I've been playing for like 8 years. Now suddenly this small light is starting to feel even better in my hand. So I'm quite excited by that myself. It means that I'm going to get to, you know, get some small picks, try out different thicknesses for the small picks and find something that really works for me. When you start moving into the large, what I found is that when you put the pick in that first knuckle of this finger, and then you try and hold it the way you would, well, I would normally hold a pick, you have a lot more pick sticking out, okay? There's nothing inherently wrong with that. In fact, when you look at someone like Eddie Van Halen or Mike Stern or whoever, you often see that they do have quite a lot of pick sticking out. That's what works for them. It doesn't feel overly comfortable for me. But if you are one of those guys that likes a lot of your pick sticking out, trying one of the bigger picks is a great way of achieving that, because you can still have all of the control of holding this pick. It's not going to move anywhere when I do this. Unlike if I wanted the same amount of pick to be sticking out with a small pick, I'm holding such a small amount of the pick that when I do that, you know, the pick kind of works its way out of my fingers. So a larger pick like that allows me to have a good firm grip on it, but also have a decent amount of pick actually showing. When we move over into the freakishly large, This is the pick, I believe, this is the pick that Carlos Santana uses. So it's very, very big, and this initially didn't feel right in my hands, if I'm completely honest with you. But what I found is that because I hold the pick with this kind of grip like this, where I have a small like circle in my hand, I guess, I found that with the freakishly large, when I hold it like that, what you find is that it's hard to demonstrate this on camera. What you find is that the freakishly large pushes right up into the finger, and it's almost like the freakishly large takes up that entire space, which I get it. It does feel quite comfortable pushed in there. It also just feels a little bit, odd. It's not what I'm used to, but I could totally see why, if you played with a pick this way for a long time, that you would become accustomed to it. It feels kind of comfortable. The downside for me is that I can't do so much of this, which I do quite a lot. And, again, with that small pick, it's a lot easier to move those hands around or move the finger and thumb and get some size difference. So yeah, in essence, pick size, it's all about comfort, and that's the point with this. Find the pick that is right for you. It's why I've not actually done all that many clips of me playing. There's obviously that intro clip, and in that I'm just playing the small light, and I'm playing some bluesy stuff, because I can play like that with any of these picks. It's not going to change the way I play, but it does change how I feel when I play. So try some picks of different sizes and see what you find most comfortable. Obviously, I recommend you heading over to vpicks.com, and that's v-picks.com, because they have a lot of great picks. Let Vinny know I sent you. He's a great guy, and he deserves you checking out his stuff because he makes amazing products. But if you already have your pick that you're into, let me know in the comments below. I'm interested to get an idea of how much variety there is in your pick size. I hate that dog. Your pick size. I'd be interested to know who plays with small picks, who plays with large picks, etc., etc. So let me know in that comment section below. Thank you so much for watching these videos, guys. And if you have any questions, please do let me know. All love. See you again for another video soon. Bye.